All right, something I thought I would do here is in July of 2020, I ordered the two-door Cyber Orange Bronco, and I thought I'd share with you when I ordered that, how I optioned it out. So you see here, 2021 Bronco. Two-door, advanced 4x4, the 2.7 V6 engine, 10-speed auto, the Cyber Orange metallic tri-coat, the leather trim vinyl sandstone black seats. And then this is what comes along with that package. If you kind of look here, which, this is just kind of basic stuff, which, what I'm wanting to show you is, okay, so now I went to what group? I went to the equipment group 352A, Wildtrak series. And you pay at that time, it was like $5.95. It's probably more now for that orange metallic tri-coat. And then I went for the modular front heavy-duty bumper, $8.25. Bash plates. I got the bigger tires. Okay, see that? The beadlock ring. So it gives it that off-road, like run flat type of wheel, which you can't do that without upgrading to another package after you get the vehicle. So let's see here. Sound deadening headliner. Floor liners front and rear, which you got that. Leather trim, which is $21.95. So if you look here, the base price of that vehicle is $46,980 at the Wildtrak. And then I put $37.75 in options and destination delivery. And you get down to $52,250. So this is like 10 grand less than my four-door. And, once again, I purchased it, based on it being more about my daughter getting the vehicle. So I hope that kind of helps you, figure out what you're going to do and maybe order a Bronco if you're looking for one. And here's your mile per gallon. It's 17. It's pretty accurate. All right. This is really nice. I bought the accessories with the vehicle where you get this nice rubber rear mat. So this is really nice. It goes back here. And then I got the front mats. Here I just took these out, the factory carpeted ones, and I snapped these in. Really nice. And I was correct. The trim on the 2022 is not, it's covered up. So I think it's all about cutting costs. Because if you go over here to my other vehicle, hold on here, you're going to see that look. Okay. And then if you look here, see, that's not that flashy black chrome they call it. That's the word they use. So see here, it's the black chrome. Then here's the black, or I should say the painted door handle. This one here, no painted door handle. Okay, so there's already 3 differences from the 2021 to 2022. So the 2022, had some things taken away from it. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm getting the carpeted mats out and I'm putting in the rubber mats. And what's interesting is I'm glad I ordered these accessories with the vehicle, just included in the whole package price of the vehicle. But look here, so, I didn't realize it would be no rear, rubber or anything, carpet or anything. So this is really nice. This is really cool. This is so retro. This little backseat area. And look, you get cup holders right here. Got a nice interior light in the back there. That's kind of a downside on my four-door. You don't have an overhead light because of, the panels come out. So that's really nice. Just really cool. This is really exciting. You already have a Bronco, but I just can't emphasize enough. This is just so exciting. I don't need the front license plate bracket, so we can take that out. And yeah, I did the other side here, the rubber floor mats. I should have shown you the picture of the carpeted ones first, right? So the carpeted ones are laying on the ground right now. what else is in this little packaging in here, right? You know, this here, if you watched my video, I didn't really explain this very well, but this is actually your carrier for your hardtop. You know, this is actually a nice case where this, you know, you can put your nice hardtop into these to protect them from getting scratched. So it's a big bag, basically. All right. Getting the kid to wash my car for tomorrow's big car meet. We're going to take the Broncos up and have the dual Broncos. So that's her earning her keep to drive the nice vehicles. All right, so here is a little door, and here is your jack, and here's your little, this is your fuel funnel. People don't realize that have these capless cars for fuel. So when you come over here, it's really nice now, is no more, you know, you don't have to unscrew the gas cap, but you can't, if you run out of gas, you just can't fill up gas in here. It's got a siphon safety thing, so somebody can't siphon your fuel. So you have to take this little white funnel there to pour your gas in if you run out of gas, just so you know, or you want to add any additives to your motor. Look at this here. This is really nice. You can put your safety kit or whatever, you know, flashlight, you know, extra gear, a little bit of stuff back here. That's really cool. Little pocket here, a little light here. Here's your other light. I'm glad to do an LED. A lot of these newer cars, they don't switch over to the LEDs. Look at this here. Somebody's gum wrapper. Here's your quick attach, plug and play to take the roof off. Here's your Torx to take the extra roof off. And you know, these things weigh, you know, it's kind of misleading. You know, this little top here, this thing's heavy. You know, so you take this back top off, make this thing totally naked. You know, it's a two-man job. You need a lift. You really need, you know, to do that right without damaging things. You just have no idea. I've done this stuff on my Jeep Wranglers, and it's a project. It's not that simple. So, but I like the hard top. A lot of people are like, why don't you buy a soft top? I don't want soft top. I mean, the majority of the time, I'm riding around with the tops, top up. You have no idea till you ride around a soft top on a cool day. You have no idea how many times in my Jeep Wranglers I got like a bad cold, sore throat. It's because once you take that top off, you're driving down the road and it's 60 degrees out. You get that wind in you. I mean, even to the point last week, we drove around and, well, this past week, this past Monday, I drove around the open air in my red Bronco over there. And the next day, I kind of had a bit of a sore throat because all that air, you'd be amazed. So I'm really glad I waited. I waited for the hard top. It has so many problems, these hard tops. And I didn't, you know, I could have opted to get the soft top. And I would have gotten this sooner, but I was like, it's fine. I'll wait. I'll just wait. I don't have a problem. In all sincereness, if both these vehicles weren't here still, I'd be like, whatever. You know, I'm glad I got them, but at the same time, I'd be like, okay, whatever. If not meant to be here till June, that's just the way it is. I mean, I lucked out. One thing when I buy vehicles, I mean, it's notorious. The tire pressures are never right. They never do it right. And this is 39. That's pretty impressive, actually. They're reckoning 39 PSI. Wow. I mean, 39 PSI, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty high inflation. Now, my daughter, I don't know. My daughter may not want that water bottle. You want the water bottle holders like mine? You do? They actually have some different new styles out too. There's so many things coming to market for this vehicle. What? I like the water bottle. Okay, so she's saying she'd like to have that. So I'm going to do that. Definitely put the mud flaps. I'm going to do the gator. I don't know. I think there's Rocks. Another company out there has some mud flaps available. I'm sure as time progresses, a lot of other companies are going to jump in the ball game. So I may go a little different. It's a project putting these things on. And then definitely I think I should get a nice brush guard for this up here. Asked the kid if she wanted some horns. She said no for the moment. One thing I did is I buy the add-ons from the from the dealership. I support them. A lot of people go, waste of money. Well, yeah, it is and it's not. It's all refundable. You can cancel it anytime, get it prorated back. But you know what? I bought the tire and wheel package because it's a package that includes the windshield. Now, these type of vehicles, I had the Toyota FJ Cruiser, and these type of windshields, they're just, if you look at that angle, they're notorious for getting chips and cracks. And so the aftermarket package I got from Kuhn Sterling Ford, you have to read the fine print. I mean, so if you get a chip in this, you have to report it immediately so they can get out and they can hopefully, you know, stop the crack or that chip going to a major crack, because they'll only do so far. I mean, if that chip turns into like a 6-inch, you know, crack, they're not going to replace it. But if it's like, I think, an inch or 2 inch, they'll fix the windshield. And but you know, it's interesting. I have Florida registration because I have residents down there, and in Florida, believe it or not, they replace the windshield. You know, but you pay a bloody fortune for insurance in Florida. So it's not like it's free. A lot of people are like, oh, I get free windshield repair down in Florida. And that's true, you do. Up here, you got to pay your deductible and whatever the difference is. But in Florida, if you get a chip, you know, if the windshield gets damaged, technically they're supposed to replace it at no charge. But once again, you pay so much money down in Florida for insurance, it's insane. So yeah, you're not getting a free windshield. You're paying for it. I'm just enjoying walking around my second Bronco purchase. Hot pepper red and cyber orange. School bus yellow in the evening. This is interesting in the evening how it does give you much more of a yellow. Much more yellow. You can't really see it in the camera. It kind of looks orange, but it's definitely much more noticeable in the evening, being kind of a yellowish color. I had mixed feelings this color, but now that I have it, I think it's pretty cool. It really is. Like the wheels, tires, you know, that's the thing. I would highly recommend anybody who's going to modify these Broncos, don't buy the Sasquatch package, you know, or the Wildtrak. I wouldn't do it. I would then buy a real base Bronco and just do your own thing, because today, if you're watching my video I just posted, you know, the salesman there, he was saying, are you going to replace the wheels and tires? And I'm like, no way. I mean, for the amount of money I just paid for his vehicle, I think you're foolish to do that. I wouldn't do it. You're wasting your money. Just get a real base Bronco and customize it yourself. Just like this Ranger Tremor over here. I bought this for the package. Am I going to go out and put different wheels and tires? I'm not going to do it. It's just such a, you know, you just wasted your money. Just buy a base Ranger and then modify it to your liking. You know, and where everything is today, technology, you just don't want to screw with this stuff. Even the point, I was going to put a leveling kit on the front end of this F-150 Tremor, and so many forum members are like, man, don't do it. You're going to ruin the off-road capability of that vehicle. So forget it. It's not worth it. It looks good just the way it is. Anymore, in today's world of technology, and anything anymore, the damn insurance companies call you out. I mean, they want to know if you're modifying your vehicles. Yeah. I mean, whether you realize it or not, you got to be kind of careful on that. Insurance companies can call you out on that crap. They're looking for something to call you out on. All right, now my big complaint on this product is the engine bay. I think Ford did a really bad, just disservice, I think, to this product, because they should have put a cover over the motor. And when you look in here, you'll see what I'm talking about if I can do this by myself. I wish you had gas springs. Yeah, I wish they had gas struts, which, you can do that. Believe it or not, I can buy gas struts, and I could literally modify this, which is, it's an idea, actually. I should look at that just as a project. But here's the thing. This should have a full plastic engine cover over this. And to me, it's just a disgrace they don't do that. They already have some studs areas in this vehicle where you could see that somebody out there got creative. They could make a nice cover for this, because here's one to put a stud. There's a second one. There may be that could be for, I bet there's another one in here. I'm not seeing it right now. And make a really nice cover. And even the point, they're cutting everything because of supply issues. The Ford Ranger, my other Ford Rangers have a nice engine cover. That doesn't. And you see the actual studs on the motor where they took out, the engine cover because it's a quality, I guess it's a supply chain issue. But anyways, to me, this just looks too busy. So somebody out there watching my videos, if you're a manufacturer of making molds and making aftermarket things, you should jump on the bandwagon and get that. And then always kind of check the battery. Somebody, sometimes it's the when they put these things together, people fall asleep and they don't tighten everything down. So that's a really good idea for you to check that, make sure everything's okay. That does happen. There's a lot of horror stories of people buying these vehicles and a lot of things weren't put together. Another thing is, this vehicle was built December 13th. And, it's if you look at my inside build date here, it was built in December. You look right here, 12/21. And I actually got notice from Ford that it was built on December 13th. So now, for a lot of people, they were really upset because these things sat out, in a field or sat out in a parking lot. So this vehicle sat from December, January, February, March, into the middle of April. But, the good news is I don't see any paint imperfections, which that's, meaning you get acid rain and rain spots and stuff in it, and didn't get that. There's the Wildtrak sticker. I think that's really nice. It's another added thing. I didn't do the stripe. If you look here, if you come over here to my other vehicle, you'll see the nice, I had mixed feelings on that. Of getting the black stripe there. And, so it's just it's just a sticky. You can do whatever you want. Same thing. But here, I kind of wish I would have gotten the bull bar, brush bar. I didn't do that. And what I was talking about at the dealership earlier is you look up underneath here. See, there's the camera. Okay? Yeah. We can. We will. So, can you do a bull bar and that? Yeah. Oh. So this vehicle here, downside is when you put the winch here, it covers up this camera. Now this vehicle here doesn't have the adaptive cruise control. So since it doesn't have it, and I do know some people watch my videos like, hey, you can relocate the camera. So actually on my vehicle, I can get a relocation thing for that. But I don't like that idea. I don't know, man. I got mixed feelings on that. That camera, if you're adaptive, is spreading out here. So to relocate that camera to the left or to the right here, I don't know. It's okay. I'm waiting for the design for the lower winch. So, that's something that I can wait on. Not a big deal. And then, looking at the interior, this is the same interior. But as my daughter mentioned, it doesn't, have the big screen. This has a bigger screen. And something I'm learning too is you've got these GOAT modes. See, my daughter wants me to get these. I like that. Nice setup. Mine, I got the doggy, protection thing back here and stuff, and which I like that. And then when you look at the back of mine, this is something that I didn't know. So I've got the speakers, but these speakers are way up here. Versus on that one, they're so much further back, if you know what I mean. But look how much bigger that area is. You can't get that nice toolbox that I bought. I got my little tray. Do I do that on that one? I don't think I will. So, anyways, looking at the 2022 to the 2021, what's interesting too is how that yellow part down there just sticks out so much more. That's why I really want to get some, probably get a rocker rail for that one there too, And same tires, same wheels, same front bumper. It's a modular front bumper, which gives me the capability to buy that factory bullhorn, or I should say the brush guard is what they call it. just walk around the vehicle, because I just know if I'm a person, you're intrigued to know what's going on with these vehicles. And I'm just trying to give you an overview of what's going on. And the special, you can see the yellow shocks in here. That's part of the Sasquatch package, and the disconnect bar for this. I mean, there's so much technology in this thing. I mean, yeah, I think it's me overkill of information, if you know what I mean. So, hope you're enjoying my videos and learning more about the Bronco. Bronco 2, that is. The overspray there. See there? Just kind of checking things out. Pretty cool. Two Broncos. Who would imagine that, right? So yeah, so now if you go in here, let me show you what I'm talking about here. So when you get in the vehicle here, okay, you turn it on. All right. And okay, so right up here, you see your display here. And then you go here, and this here is what they call the GOAT modes, your different settings. And this is where I didn't know this, but when you go in this vehicle, so you see normal, you see echo, now you have sport. Unbeknownst to me, I did not realize that you didn't have this feature in all the Broncos. So you don't get the extra power out of this vehicle, because you don't have the sport mode, so not every, you have to have the higher end package to get this sport mode. And now there's guys out there that have the 4Scan where they can plug into the ECM or whatever, and they can override and outsmart the vehicle and open up that setting to get the sport mode to work. So, but, I'm just really happy that this has it. That's a huge difference in the way this vehicle performs. It's huge. You got all your, look at all the auxiliaries. You got 6 of them. And what's really cool is there's wire harnesses already in this vehicle that will associate with these auxiliary switches. So there's diagrams where you can find them to, make it so you want to have some lights, on the top of the roof or the front of the vehicle. I guess your winch capability may be in that. There's just a lot. There's so much things you can add to the vehicle through the wiring harness that's already supposedly in the vehicle, which I'm pretty sure that's correct. You got your wireless charging station here, or do we? I don't know. Looks like we do. Okay. And then you got the auto. This is important. You realize or not, if you don't buy a high-end car, you don't get auto. You just get the conventional. You have to manage all the heat and air on your own. That's a whole nother conversation. Then you got your off-road settings. This is more information than I know about. Disconnect your sway bar and your lockers and front and rear, and and then you can have your rear wheels like turn and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of information here. You have to go to school. Go to the Bronco off-road event, and they'll show you all this stuff, right? That's what you do. My daughter probably loved that idea, actually. Now that I got this, we could probably take both of them or go wherever. Got the auto, lights. So it's really cool. It has the auto feature where the headlamps go off and on. That's really nice. And of course, you got your phone and your Siri and phone Siri, your back and your menu and your switching your stations back and forth, and your volume and your cruise, but not adaptive. And then does this actually have, oh, interesting. So this has heated seats, but not vented seats. I don't think mine has vented seats, but it doesn't have the heated steering wheel. So I'm just now noticing that, no heated steering wheel. Interesting. Wow. Okay. This is the auto engine shut off. If you don't want that. But once you put in sport mode, it doesn't turn off. So that's really nice. And of course, I got the sound deadening material on the roof. So, you know, it doesn't come that way unless you pay extra, which I think it's worth the money to pay for that to help kind of keep the noise down. And then it's got built-in lights for your visors, and it's got the automatic dimming for your rear and your LED map light, or whatever you want to call it, which that's nice. And your vents. A lot of complaint is, which I don't disagree, you don't seem to get great airflow down here. When it's cold in the winter months, you do get cold down here. You gotta, they didn't do a great job on the airflow. As you can see, they've got lighting down below, so that's nice. So you get the interior, you know, you don't feel like you're in the dark at nighttime in the vehicle, inside wise. All right, you know, there's a lot to this vehicle, and it's just crazy. So I was right. I was thinking to myself, I don't remember seeing the painted accents in the vehicle. So they took that away, which that's really cool. I just really like that. All right. Well, I hope I'm helping others that are, you know, intrigued by the Bronco and thinking about, do I buy a Bronco? I didn't really show you the little console here. It's not a lot. It's just your typical console. It has a little power supply, but not your USB. And here's your mirrors. So you adjust those, and here's your windows. Everything's here. It's not on the doors because, okay, how are you gonna do that, right? And then you say, well, yeah, but the door locks are on the doors. What happens then? Well, if the doors are gone, you don't have door locks, right? Yeah, that's how that kind of works out. So, really nice. Really excited about my second purchase, and my daughter is really excited, which that's exciting too. So, up here, I guess, is all your technology, you know, your crash avoidance. And this doesn't have, look at now, oh, it does have the side detection, rear and front of people coming up, you know, in your path on your side mirrors. So that's good to know. What I was saying earlier, see how that mirror is designed versus how that mirror is designed? It's two different design mirrors, which is kind of interesting how that played out. I think that's pretty much it for all the information. And then you do have pretty cool, here's a little American flag, Bronco emblem, and then you've got your manual setting here, and you can actually manually, you know, go up and down your gears, back roading. It's interesting, my daughter was really wanting me to get a manual. I was like, no way. I don't want a manual for anything in the world. I've had the manual Jeep. No, thank you. And when you go to the manual, you can't get the Wildtrak package. Then you're forced to have a 4-cylinder, so you can't get the 6-cylinder. There's a lot of things, you know. There's a lot of things when you know, want this, you have to sacrifice that. So keep that in mind, too. All right, I think we're going to call this a wrap on all this information. In the next video, I'll probably show you is me putting the AWE exhaust on, or putting on the mud flaps, or, you know, whatever accessory I can go with in the vehicle. But it'll probably be the AWE exhaust. That'll be really exciting. And it's going to give this thing a bark to it, because you're so close to this exhaust. You know, if you look, you're one door away, you know, versus here, for me to hear this exhaust, look, you know, it's a lot longer vehicle. So you still hear it really well, but you're probably really hear this thing bark. All right, thanks for watching Ice Age TV, and I hope this helped you in learning more about the Ford Bronco. I should have said it's a 2.7 V6 twin turbo motor, right? I didn't tell you about that, did I? And the 10-speed auto, I believe. I mean, golly, I just have so many vehicles. You know how many vehicles I have? I mean, these aren't even, there's more. There's more in other places you don't even know about. Yeah. Yeah. What's in the trailers? Yeah. What's over there? I mean, yeah, you just, oh my God, just too much. But anyways, once again, I hope this helped you in learning more about the Bronco, new Bronco that is, Wildtrak package, Cyber Orange, and it helps you in maybe make a decision to buy a Bronco, or just get to enjoy, find out what they are. Thanks for watching Ice Age TV. Oh, hey, the kid finished up cleaning the exterior of my truck. Not too shabby. So we kind of get this thing ready for tomorrow's show. Show off the Broncos. Do some minor touch-up on it. And tires are pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to spray those or not. There's so much material. But overall, the thing looks pretty good. You know, it's crazy. The two-door looks pretty badass. I'm looking now at my four-door thinking, that looks good. But oh my gosh, this two-door now is like really grown on me. And I'm thinking, wow, this little thing just looks badass. I mean, oh my gosh. Come on. I mean, come on, right? This is just awesome. Wow.